day, my ladies and my gents. Welcome to a What Did You Buy Wednesday on Thursday. I kind of lost track of the days. Kind of forgot about the fact that yesterday was Wednesday. I was thinking it was Tuesday. But anyway, so I didn't realize that until last night. And I had Joe's video, the Big Sky Model Workshop of his What Did You Buy Wednesday? And I thought, oh dear. Okay, well, not a problem. I'll do this today. So I'm also going to kind of combine it a little bit with a pro stock effing everything group build that's being hosted by Josh over at VCG Resins and Chris at Scale Speed Garage. And so, um, yeah. And if y'all watched the other day, you'll have noticed that I had that big, beautiful DRCE engine that they have put together. Just absolutely gorgeous motor. I'll do a separate video on that and with some tips and hints about building it. And really and truly, I was a little uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I was a little scared of it actually, disconcerted by, especially with the all of the AN fittings that go on it, and I was like, oh no, what Then I actually, okay, put your foot down, get it built, and it's wasn't near as hard as I was expecting. It's really pretty easy. Like I said, I'm going to do a video and I'm going to kind of show what all was going on with it, as well as some of the uh, tips for the lines and things like that, especially the braided lines from ProTech that Josh sells, which, by the way, just a real quick on that. These lines that Josh sells over on VCG Resins, the ProTech stuff, selling them for $5.75 for a package. Uh, I thought Hobby Link sold them. I went to their website. No, they don't. Well, where else? I know I've seen them. Okay, well, let's check Model Roundup. They sell them. Okay, what's the price difference? Am I actually getting a break? Model Roundup is selling them for $6.99 each. So you're already gaining $1.25 on each one of them. And if you use my promo code Jester10 over in the checkout over at vcgresins.com, you'll knock off another 58 cents. And so you'll bring that down from 5.75 to about what, 5.18 or something like that. And the line is really nice. I'll go into it more on the video about the DRCE engine. I need a drink of water. And yeah, it's actually water. Oh, excuse me. So, but anyway, like I said, I'll get into that later. But this is going to be about, well, I didn't buy anything, but we're going to talk a little bit about acquiring backstock stuff and bits and parts to put away. May not have a plan for it now, but it'll work sometime in the future. So, uh, let me go ahead, get this camera turned around, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about and what I came up with. So I'll try to keep this fairly short. I did another couple of videos on this, and I threw them out because they're running up 20 minutes. So I'm going to see if I can keep this short. So let me get it turned around and we'll get to it. Okay, folks. Well, here we go. Some of this stuff you've seen before. This is my happy little thing. And this is the little engine bay that I need to fill up with an engine that's about that long. Um, Dirt Road Cinderella, Tiffany over there at Dirt Road Cinderella, made a suggestion that I had already looked at, but it was a good suggestion nonetheless, but it's just not going to work for this. She suggested that I knock out I just got the Lenco sitting in there. I was doing some test fitting move you out so I don't tear you up. But she suggested that I knock out a bunch of this and take out a bunch of this and then just move the engine back. Only problem is the dashboard comes to right along about like here. The back of that engine would come to about here, with the exhaust manifolds coming out and basically hitting right over the driver's feet. So it's a beautiful engine, but it's big. Remember that when you're doing these. So anyway, let me set this happy little puppy aside so I don't knock him off. What I got, this is some of the stuff I got backstock. And last trucking company I was with, I managed to make enough money that I was able to do a bunch of uh, basically build up a pretty good backstock and a bunch of engines. And I'm a little scared to think of just how much money I have given Josh over the last couple of years. But anyway, what I got, start with. This is my small block and 409 engines, which interestingly enough is actually a big block. So I'll kind of zoom in a little here and kind of show you what I got. I got some 2 or 3 inline 6. Now this is a vintage race engine. It's got a tri-power and nice little deal. I've got some inline 6 250s. I've got some 283s. Got 3 of them. I got some plans for them. I have several 350s. I got a couple of 383 strokers. And then you start getting into the 409s. I've got a couple of stock. I've got a weekend wrencher, he calls it, and it's got a bigger uh, carburetor and intake on it, and it's got some headers, including some Huggy and some hooker style headers on there, and so forth. A little bit more hot rod. Then I go into the hot rod engine, and it actually has. Let's see if this is. I got one where I was able to see it, and it has a. Let's see. I know I had it where I could actually see the intake. Yeah, it's actually got a. I think it's got a 6-pack on it. But anyway, enough of that. So what I've decided out of all of these, because I really need a small block engine to go in there, I decided on the start with the 350 small block. It's a great engine just to start with. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Josh has got a bunch of stuff available for that to hot rod it. And to give you an idea, backstock. I try to keep 2 or 3 things on a lot of this. I have got, oh boy, I have got, I got some twin carb blowers intakes, supercharger blowers. And it also comes with the pulley and belt system to go on the front of it. Let me zoom that. And with this small block Chevy, it's a fair bit shorter than the big block, and it's a lot shorter than the big Oldsmobile DRCE engine. And I'll actually have enough room for the belt and pulley that goes in front of the belt and pulley set for the alternator and so forth. And but I've also got some dual carb intakes. I've got various types of exhaust systems. I've got some hookers. I've got a set of zoomies. That's not going to work for what I'm doing here, but it might be fun sometime. I've got some backdraft headers that come back. over here, I've got small block. It calls it a weekend wrencher. It's like the 409 weekend wrencher that I showed you, but it's for the small block. Come over here, got some Moroso valve covers. I've got, I got a 6-pack hot rod intake for a small block. But I want more than just straight carburation. I've got things like bell housings. I've got over here, I've got transmissions. I've got electric water pumps. Remember, boys and girls, if you're going to use electric water pump, especially with one of these is included in a DRCE engine. If you're going to use an electric water pump, be sure, and if you're doing a lot of everything else, run an electric line to it. You need power to run the water pump. But I've got various other things. So what I have decided to do, close that up. I went through and picked everything up and set you aside. So let's start here, just grabbing. I've got some Moroso ribbed valve covers. The other one that's in the set is flat. And let's see, where is it? Nope. There we are. And I built a 383 a while back, and I had extra parts. He gives you a couple of different sets of valve covers and air cleaners and things like that, and I kept them. And I don't know, I may use them instead of the Moroso for make this into a 383 stroker. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. It'll tell me. In case I decide, I do have a dual carb setup sitting out. I've got some downdraft headers which come out to the back of the motor and straight down instead of coming down and back, and that'll help avoid some of the problems of hitting frame. I also got a set of Huggies, and I'm not sure yet just which one I want to use. I'll probably use these. I don't want to use the backdraft headers because they come out like this, and where I'm planning on setting the engine in the engine bay, if I have it come out like this, it's going to be hitting right at the firewall. Don't want to do that. And then I've got the blower kit. I've used several of these, 2 or 3 of them. They're a lot of fun. So, but that's probably what I'll go ahead and use. Get that extra power out of it. Maybe even have that Hillsboro bug catcher sticking out of the hood. So I haven't painted the hood yet on this pickup because I want to wait and see just kind of what I need to do with it and cut it open, and then I will worry about painting it, because if I try to do that now and then I go cutting on it, I'm going to ruin it. Ruin the paint job. So, but anyway, that's kind of what I got. And the reasoning, kind of a what did you buy Wednesday? Well, I bought a whole bunch of stuff in the past, and it's coming back to help me right now. So anyway, I've yapped long enough, so I want to get started on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Be sure and go visit Josh over at VCGresins.com. Be sure and use promo code Jester10. Save 10% on your order. And if you got your own 3D printer, go on over to check out Scale Speed Garage. You can get various plans from him or Chris over there and be able to print your own stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet worked up where we can use the promo code over there at Scale Speed Garage, but it does work over there at VCG Resins. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. B-Tex signing out.